Hey there, it's me Eden. If you are new to the channel, then please subscribe to my channel and visit my Patreon page for early access, link in the description. Cindy opened her suitcase again and took a large box out of it. She took my hand and led me into the living room. She opened the box and took a cloth out and spread it over her thighs. She got a bottle and a wad and cleaned my nails. Very short. Better than most of the boys, but too short. She took another box and searched in it. She held up an acrylic nail. Do you think you can handle long nails? I smiled. I don't know, Cindy, but I will give it a try. I gave her a peek on her cheek. I looked at Mom and she nodded her head. Cindy, can I ask you for a favor? Whatever you want, Beverly. Well, you know that Mommy has no sister or brother. Yes. My daddy was also a single child. And? Can you be my aunt? I looked into her eyes and she looked back into mine. She smiled and hugged me and started to cry. Not a sad crying, a really happy crying. Sure, Beverly, I will be very happy to be your aunt. I'd love to be your aunt. These were the only words she could speak through her tears. She hugged me for a long time and then she looked into my eyes. Since you are my niece, I must now ask you for a favor. Gladly, Auntie. Can you visit me from time to time so I can show my beautiful niece around? Sure, Auntie Cindy. I will love to come to visit you. Again she hugged me and cried happily. After several minutes she found the strength to let me go. She opened her purse and got a tissue out. I took it and softly dabbed her tears away. Her eyes were happiness itself. She wanted to say something, but I pressed my finger softly over her lips. SSH, Auntie Cindy, we can talk later when you had time to think about us. Maybe we can take a walk this evening. My mommy stood there with tears in her eyes and I ran to her and hugged her. Cindy came to us and hugged us both. Without words, the touch told enough. We stood there for a long time. Mommy said, we should finish before the tea is warm. We all released the hug and Cindy took my hand and led me back to the sofa. With a smile on her lips, she took 10 nails out of the box and attached them to my own. She used the nail file to shape them carefully. When she was ready with my left hand, she called Mommy to paint my nails. I got dizzy from looking on my left and right hand. My left nails became a dark red and my right nails became the right shape. Cindy stood up and whispered something in Mommy's ear. Mommy smiled and nodded. Cindy left and Mommy painted my right nails. I loved the color on my nails. Cindy came back with another box, but I didn't pay much attention to it. I couldn't take my eyes off the nails. I felt something at my right earlobe and a loud noise followed by a sharp hurt. I smiled at Cindy and turned my head to give her the chance to pierce my left ear. I'm all smiles for Cindy and Mommy. I carefully hugged them with my wet nails and stammered my thanks through my tears. They sat me back on the sofa and Cindy tried to stop my tears, but I was so happy. Mommy came back and Cindy lifted me up on my feet. She carefully lifted my hair around the neck and Mommy put a necklace around my neck. Mommy turned me and said, "This is a very old heirloom, Beverly. It is given from mother to daughter for 6 generations. I feared that this family tradition would end. But now it is yours to use and then give to your daughter." I hugged her, I kissed her, I hugged Cindy, I kissed Cindy, I hugged Mommy again and cried. I could say nothing, I could only cry and hug my Mommy. She softly stroked my long hair and held me tight. When the tears ebbed and only ran slowly down my cheeks, she kissed me and took my hand and led me back to the kitchen. I couldn't eat much. My heart raced and I was all churned up inside. Every time I picked up some salad I saw my nails. I looked often at the golden heart lying on my chest. I touched my earlobes to feel the studs. I stroked my long hair and I was happy. After the meal I stood up and cleaned the table. I felt the hem of the dress swaying around my nylon-covered legs. I started to tremble all over and cry again. Mom asked, "What is wrong with you, Beverly?" "Nothing, Mommy. Everything is all right. It is only that I feel so good, so happy, so like myself." "Are you strong enough for Cindy's help or do you need some time to think alone about your emotions?" "I want Cindy's help, please. I can't wait any longer to look in a mirror." Mommy and Cindy smiled and Cindy again took the necessary equipment out of the suitcase. She worked quickly on my hair. Soon she was ready with the extensions and took a brush and brushed slowly and softly my long new hair. I had to stand up so that she could finish. I looked down along my hair. It covered my whole dress. Mommy took a picture of me. Cindy took the scissors out and stood in front of me. She took a strand of hair and asked me, "How long should it be?" Hard question to think about, Cindy. "Is a little bit under my chest too long?" She smiled, "No, it will look beautiful on you." She cut the strand and then the next and soon I stood in a pile of hair. All three of us cleaned the floor and then I was led upstairs to the bathroom. Mommy helped me out of the dress and then Cindy washed my hair. She made a turban with the towel and looked me over. Her face showed her surprise and then fear when her look came across my panties. I blushed and told her what Mommy did for me. She laughed in relief and gave me a hug. Cindy helped me back into my dress and soon I sat at the table in the kitchen again. She put the rollers in my hair. It took a long time till all my hair was rolled up. A lotion was spread over my head and a cap came over it. We sat down in the living room and talked for a while. The washing process repeated and again my hair was rolled up. This time I must sat under the dryer but Mommy and Cindy kept my company. The bell told Cindy to shut the dryer off and then she took the rollers out of my hair. The curls made me happy. She brushed the hair out and took Mom's hand in hers. Mommy said, "Stand up, princess, and show us your beauty." I stood up with a smile and turned slowly around. I took the skirt of the dress in my hands and made a curtsy. The smile on their faces said everything. "May I see myself now, please?" They separated their hands only to take mine and we went upstairs to Mom's bedroom. There was the only full-length mirror in our house. "Close your eyes, Beverly." "Yes, Mommy." She led me and I could still feel her hands on my shoulders when she said, "Open your eyes, darling." I blinked at the reflection. I saw Mom and I saw a beautiful girl. I saw the girl straighten herself in pride of her beauty. I saw her mouth open and I could hear me say, "She is beautiful." I turned slowly my head to see more of the curls. I saw the little golden stud in my earlobe. I saw the golden heart on my chest. I saw the dress caressing my body. The shimmer on my legs, they seemed to be more slender now. I started to cry happy tears and slung my arms around my mommy. "Thank you, Mommy. Thank you." My mom held me tight. "Don't cry, Beverly. You are a beautiful young lady and I am proud to have such a wonderful daughter." "I can't help it, Mommy. I am so happy." "I can see that." Cindy left us alone and Mommy carried me to the bed. She sat down and placed me on her lap and held me. I trembled and cried for a long time. "I hope you don't cry each time you look in a mirror." "No, Mommy. It is only after those years of wishes it is too much emotion for me. I feel me like a butterfly who had just left his cocoon to face the world." I kissed her. So you like the way you look now? Yes, Mommy. I can't find the words to say how much I like it. She strokes the hair out of my face and smiled. We have a lot to do, Beverly. Are you strong enough to go out with us? Yes, Mommy. I stood up and took her hand and we both went downstairs to meet Cindy. She sat on the sofa and cried quietly. I went to her and hugged her. Auntie Cindy, why do you cry? I was thinking about Sarah, darling. It is hard to see Mommy and me, isn't it? Yes, Beverly. It opens an old scars in my soul. I know I am a bad substitute for Sarah, but give us a chance, Auntie Cindy. I love you. I kissed her and she holds me tight. Her tears flow heavier, but only for a short moment. The smile came back on her lips and she said, "Thank you, Angel." I took her purse and with the other hand, her hand, and said, "Mommy want to go out with us. We should get ready, Auntie." I led her out of the living room, but on the stairs she held back. Where you want to go, Beverly? To the bathroom, with you, so you can freshen up your makeup. She looked at Mom and smiled. Only a little bit makeup, Cindy. She is only 13, you know. I beamed at Mommy and then at Cindy. Now she led me back to the kitchen to her suitcase. She took a bottle out and spread the fluid over my eyes. This will help your eyes. Nobody will see that you have been crying. Sit still, please, and keep your eyes closed till we come back to you. After a while in the darkness, I calmed down a little and I was able to think about the day. Yesterday I did my housework at this time, and now, to live is not dream anymore. No vegetating in a life as a boy, but a delightful life as my real self, a life as a girl. The miracle of the transformation had started and I was simply happy. These last hours were so full of emotions, they hit me like falling rocks, but like my heroine Supergirl, I lifted them up and threw them far away. My soul was now full of freedom. I touched the studs in my earlobes again and dreamed of long and glittering earrings I saw so often on the girls. But now this dream is no longer a dream, it is the reality. It is only a question of time before I wear them with pride. My hands touched the long and curly and soft hair I dreamed my whole life. Well, it was not my own hair, but I must never go to the barber again to get it cut. The next time it will be the saloon too for styling. My hands found the heart. Mommy is so happy to have a daughter and I am happy and proud to be her daughter. Daughter, what a beautiful word. She loved me as her son, but she gives the same love, and whenever possible more love to her daughter, Mia. I touched the dress. It is so silky, so pretty. It emphasized the way I feel. To touch my thighs through the dress and the pantyhose is so silky. It is so wonderful to be a girl. The butterfly spreads her wings and flew high up in the blue and sunny sky. Forgotten was the time as a grub, now only looking forward to see the beauty of the world. I sat there quiet, so relaxed, and so happy as never before. My smile must have shown the world how I felt. Please subscribe my channel for the next part. And visit my Patreon page for early access.